Home free! Home free! Home free! Let go!
Hey, Demon home too, pussy. Demon home.
What a calm and collected group of a cast we have here on this show. Unbelievable intro, as always, Jetski. Very, very, very funny. Good to be back like we talked about. Surviving Barstool, no spoilers. I will say this, Jeff D. Lowe, cover your ears. $25,000 in the super chat by one person. I will spoil it, whatever you want. Pretty fair price.
Who was our guy dropping nukes?
I don't know if we can drop that. I made the nuke crazy enough. I didn't want to, but 25 grand, I'll DM you and tell you who won. So it is what it is. But yeah, good to be back. Guys held it down. Dukes held it down. Very funny. Got Dave on. Calls, as always. I know we were battling some different stuff like that, but we're ready to go here on a Monday. Crazy kind of time in terms of sports. It's the soup. Football, basketball on last night. Hockey, Mr. Ice rocking. Like, we're in the soup. Let's get going. A lot of things to debate. First quarter, I want to make a point on Washington, Oregon to open it up. Listen, I'm obviously going to root for Oregon. Bet Oregon plus the 3. A push, not as bad as a loss, but a push is almost sometimes as bad as a loss, especially when Oregon was ahead there for a while. I'll give Dan Lanning this kind of credit. You could pull it up in terms of just the visual. If you didn't watch the game, I don't know why you wouldn't. But he was at least consistent in aggressively pushing his chips to the middle and going for it. So end of the first half is the first one. On the 3, probably should have just taken the field goal. No points out of that. They go into the half. 3:30 left in the third. They're on the 8. He does it again. If he takes those 6, they would have been up 3 instead of down 3 later when they needed a 2. And then to end the game, he goes for it. 4th and 3, Washington 47. 2 minutes left, the first down ends it. Of all those decisions, going for it to end the game is the least egregious, or egregious, I should say. Don't think that one's that bad. You have 3 yards, you can end the game all in. Take the points on the road, though. I didn't understand why he didn't want to do that. But I will give him credit. At least he was consistent all the way through. So tough loss for the Ducks. I think we run this one back in December. We'll see what happens. But I'm interested to see kind of where everybody's head's at. NFL, I imagine we got some voicemails queued up. College, a lot of things going on. Happy Zach Gallen Day to all those who celebrate. We're going to try and get a third one on the road. Get rid of the Phillies. Although that's tough for me because that song is sick. Dancing on my own. But I hate the Phillies. So we'll see what's going. Let's see what kind of temperature the room's at. If they come in calm, they come into a 10. They think they could catch me rusty. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Healthy debate. Bring it up.
All right, let's get John from Minnesota.
Fire him up.
Rico, you got me?
Yep.
We got you, John.
Sad.
Rico?
Yeah, I got you. I had you. All right, drop him.
Sorry, John.
It's all right. We'll work it out.
Let's go.
What do you want to debate?
Ira.
Are they scared because I'm undefeated? What do they want?
Ira from Staten Island.
It's a famous caller.
Rico.
Yes. Good?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Stevie, saving the day. What do we got?
All right. People say we have 4 seasons. Spring, summer, winter, fall. Healthy debate. With one season coming up, do you have sundress season or costume season? I'll hang up and listen.
It's a good one. I think I know that guy calling in. That's nice. I think I recognize Ira's voice. Costume season is one day, though, right? So of all the days, costume day and costume weekend runs supreme. But sundress season runs a couple of months. It's different weekends. I think you got to go with the volume. Although, of any day, costume day, peak. Dude, you're a young cat. You're not, maybe you're spoken for. I don't get into your business. But one day, Halloween runs the table. Sundress season's got a little bit more length, no?
Yeah, I think once you reach time past college, I know that me and you were just reminiscing on Halloween in college.
That's all it is.
Best 4 years of Halloween ever. Sundress season is for adults. Sundress season's the way for me.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. Plus, you see them leaving work. I mean, it shows they got a job,
Yeah.
Anybody can
It's
be.
got the longevity.
Yeah, anybody could cut a V into a thing and be a nurse for a night. Like, well, it is what it is.
What's your go-to Halloween costume for a girl? What do you think is the one that does it for the guys in college?
I think it's somehow the creative ones that you didn't expect a way for it to be, like, scandalous.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, I think somebody was a gold digger once in high school, and you were, like, kind of like, oh, didn't expect that. I mean, whatever it is. A mouse, like the ones that you're like, oh, it's basically just.
When it's like when the girl's like, I'm Tony the Tiger, and you're like,
Yeah.
I know Tony the Tiger can like dress like a slut.
I didn't know, yeah.
no disrespect.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Though Tony the Tiger was slinging cereals.
Yeah.
I like that, though, but that's a good call. Good
All
call
right,
by
Ira
Ira.
dropping you.
Good call.
Let's get Nick from Long Island.
Rico, you got me?
Yep.
Happy Zach Allen Day, brother.
Thank you.
So, Monday, coming off the weekend, feeling a little sick this morning. Didn't go to work. Been on the couch watching some movies. And it popped in my head, Pacino or De Niro?
De Niro for me. De Niro for me. I think I might get heat for this. Pun intended, heat. One of my top 5 De Niro performances is The Intern. I fucking love that movie. I think that movie is phenomenal. Reminds me of my grandfather. I came in one night. My dad was watching it on TNT. I'm like, oh, you'll love this. Great movie. De Niro. Yeah, I feel like Pacino has or I'm not that familiar with Pacino. Shout out to For the Money. But Killers of the Flower Moon is going to put De Niro over the edge, and he already was over the edge. I think it's De Niro kind of easy. De Niro, what are we going? We're going Bronx Tale, Goodfellas, Intern. What else am I missing?
Departed? No.
No, De Niro's
No,
not
that's
in that.
yeah. I think
De Niro's not in that.
What's the one where he plays like the not the serial killer, the
Taxi
rapist?
Driver. Taxi Driver, that's a good
Taxi
one.
Driver. Oh, Cape Fear.
Cape Fear. It's not a
He's
great
in
movie,
that.
but
I
a
only
great
saw that
performance.
once. Yeah,
The Irishman.
Casino.
Pacino's going.
I kind of came into this on the Pacino side, and you're kind of swaying me here.
De
Yeah,
Niro's got
Fantastic
range.
in Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers.
Yeah, he's
Haven't-
got range.
Shout out to chat.
Haven't seen both those, but yes, he could be very comedic. De Niro in that stuff. I think it's De Niro.
I gotta get your take on this. Have you seen the new Sebastian Maniscalco movie?
Horrible.
He's
horrible.
in.
Horrible.
He's in. I didn't know if you had a take.
Horrible.
Really?
He's in today, like in the office.
No.
Horrible. Horrific. I watched that, and I watched the Petty thing on the plane, and that one was bad. You didn't hear me do a segment on that one, so let's just put it that way. Shout out Maniscalco, though. I love him stand-up.
$100 super chat bomb from Ben. Go Hawkeyes, go Bengals. I love you all.
Love it. Yeah, Wisconsin's not going to win the title. Shout out the Iowa Hawkeyes. Also, that women's thing was fucking sick. Sick. All right, give me another one. Fire him through. Let's bring some energy.
Smithereens from Cleveland.
Rico,
Yo.
healthy debate. Would the Browns winning a Super Bowl be the stinkiest championship along the lines of, say, Ray Lewis, Kobe Bryant, Ben Roethlisberger, just with the pervert they got behind the center?
I don't know. I think the Ray Lewis one's a little shady. Obviously, that was a little wild, the fact that but yeah, Browns would be pretty bad. I think that's unlikable. I'll do it that way.
It feels so Cleveland to finally get a guy, and then if we even win, you can't even celebrate it.
No, 'cause he's a bad guy. Yeah, I'll put Cleveland up there in terms of dirty. Listen, it's a hometown one. I was too young. I wasn't born yet. I missed it by a year. But the 86 Mets were some all-time scumbags, too. Torching the plane. But at least they were more like ball breakers, not like maniac criminals. So it's interesting.
One more thing along the line of the Browns and the defense tearing apart. Has Brock Purdy played a game without Christian McCaffrey? Are we all just fooled into thinking he's good because he's got the best running back in the league?
I still think he's pretty good. I still think you got to avoid mistakes. He beat Rodgers in the playoffs, no? Am I making that up?
Yeah, but I'm saying without Christian McCaffrey, has he played a game without him?
It's always
at
listen.
the same time, kind of.
A good running back will make you look good. I agree with that. But yeah, I still think Purdy is. Look at some of the guys that they're trotting out. I've said it 3 different shows now. Some of the guys that they're trotting out to start games and who are backups. Like, how is P.J. Walker a fucking starter? How is Zach Wilson still a starter? We can't get 32 quarterbacks across the league. So if Purdy's in the top 10, I don't think San Francisco is going to complain. Or top 12, 15. You're not complaining because the rest of the pit and pool stinks. So I don't think San Francisco's returning anything.
Yeah, he didn't beat Rodgers.
He didn't?
No, he beat the Seahawks and the Cowboys.
Well, then who started that? What game am I thinking of? Whatever. Thought it was 2 years ago they beat
shout out
Rodgers.
the boys.
He wasn't the quarterback.
Shout out you,
All right.
Rico. You're killing it. I'm going to hang up.
You're thinking of
Thanks.
Jimmy G.
I am. All right, yeah, fair enough. San Francisco, it's crazy. San Francisco's been really successful and has run these different guys through.
Quick little point, too. Like, the Niners running backs, they were able to, like, Mostert, Elijah Mitchell. Their run games
Running
have
backs
been
just don't matter. They
right.
just don't.
And McCaffrey just takes you to that next level.
Yeah, but he's elite, but they just don't matter.
One
fire
more?
him through. Yeah, one
Yeah.
more.
All right, let's get Scott Tony on the rowing.
And then we'll go second quarter. Go ahead.
Rico, you got me?
Yep.
First off, happy Gallon Day. We got to get you out here next week for a
Thank
game.
you.
All right, healthy debate. I hear all this talk about tanking in the NFL. Healthy debate. I don't think it's possible to tank in the NFL. There's too many guys fighting for their jobs, both on the team and both in the coaching staff. Healthy debate. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, listen, could you tank in basketball and not play defense? Baseball on a getaway day in August when you're 42 games out, are you probably swinging at bad pitches? Yeah. Football, you got a guy in front of you trying to knock the snot out of you. Hard to tank. Hard to tank. Also, it just doesn't happen. I know they say it. It truthfully doesn't happen, especially between the lines, and that's where things go. Like, you could say a running back would tank, but the guy in front of him is going to go try and block that guy. The defensive guy is sick of getting put on his ass. He's going to try and make a play. They don't tank in the NFL. Physical contact sports, it's very hard to tank. Hockey, too. I think
player's fighting for their job.
Yeah, hockey, you don't have your head on a swivel. You're getting lit up and put through the boards. Like, contact sports, guys aren't tanking. It's just a fact. Way too much pride. Way too much going in. Don't want to get hurt. No tank. NFL. It's a fact.
All right, see you at Chase Field later this week.
I'll try. Yeah, I would love to. Second quarter, please. I wanted to kind of touch on this one. Is Alabama that good in football? We mentioned this in Pick Central. I'm just going to say it real quick. Everybody knows there's a path for them to get all the way through if they can run the table. But you beat Arkansas by 3 points. I don't know if you're that good. I'm waiting to see what – I almost hope Alabama loses to Tennessee this week so we can kind of say it's proven. But if I know Saban, he's got everybody right where he wants them, and he can run through this and get backdoor into the playoff. So Alabama puzzling. It's a weird year for Alabama. Puzzling because I don't think Arkansas is very good, and they played to a 3-point game. So, Dukes, fire them through.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it was like 2 years ago Arkansas gave them some fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
That makes sense.
We don't know if it's just history. All right, let's get Willie from Colorado in the ringer.
Jets game. I give you your flowers in the third quarter.
Rico.
Jets.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, big-time rider since 2017. My wife hates us both. She thinks I ride you more than I ride her. It's a big fucking problem.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, real quick, last week, Barstool Pick'em, you mentioned that you logged 6 tackles in a game against MIT. To my understanding, in 2007, Nichols won a close one, 31-28 against MIT, where Terry Mayrose recorded 2.5 tackles. In 2008, they lost 43-42 to MIT and logged 4 tackles. I'm trying to understand where this 6 tackles came from last week. Thanks, Rico. You're the best, brother.
You might have to be on the no-fly list after that.
It's a tough one. I don't know who he's referring to, but what I will say is we lost that game my senior year in the rain. Kid hit like a 40-yarder. I think check the box score. We could double check it. Definitely had 6. Like you're a free safety who is backpedaling pretty quick and not leading the league in tackles. You remember where you got 6. So maybe he doesn't know how to add them up. Maybe I didn't have 2 for TFL. I don't.
Did you assist?
2 assists.
Assists?
It totals out to six. Let's pull the.
I mean,
fucking
this
stats.
the last 2 weeks. We know you're an assist guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could have had assist
The way
tackles.
that it totals you out to 6.
They don't ask Al, they ask how many.
The box score was 6. And I mean, you want full disclosure here? You want to see a changed man? I think the press box was a little friendly that day. I'll be honest. I was the guy in the middle of the pile, maybe on top of the pile, and for whatever reason, they kept, whoever the caller was, kept saying, tackle 3, tackle 3. I'm like, all right, what am I going to turn him down? This is a Geico commercial? Hey, coach, that ball was off me. No chance.
Should we put on the tinfoil caps? Do we have some scales in the department that look back at the film and maybe adjusted the history books?
Yeah, film back then is rare, but the spin move, famous spin move against Endicott, you could pull that up if you want. But yeah, I don't know. Pull it up. I had 6, buddy. It's a fact. I know for a fact. So, is what it is. Fire him up.
All right, I got this guy. I don't know his name. It's what I heard. Just bear with me. Maui DM from Virginia.
Oh.
Hey, Rico, Maui Jim here. First time, long time. And I don't know about you. I saw the preseason AP poll, and I'm kind of fired up about it. You mind if I get a little fired up with you?
Yeah, I think listen, the preseason polls, healthy debate, don't matter for shit. Shit.
Yeah.
Especially
exactly.
in college basketball, especially if some of the teams that you think you should be ahead of, you're in a field with at the PK 80 or Paradise, Bahamas Jam, or fucking Maui, whatever it is. So it's all going to settle out in the first week.
I know, and I just still see it, and I still get so fired up. How the fuck is the Alabama Crimson Tide at 24?
They're never going to get respected.
That man goes to church, and he brought in the goddamn 13th recruiting class in the country, third in the SEC. How the fuck is he fourth?
Yeah,
I get Brandon Miller losing Brandon Miller hurts, but what the hell are we doing at the Associated Press? They have lost all sense of credibility.
I think that Alabama might be less – it's hard to say this in the right way. Might have less NBA talent this year, but could be a better team. Does that make sense to you? Because I think they got a lot of guys who are going to spread the ball. This guy's – I think you could have 4 double-digit scorers with Estrada, Sears, Nelson. There's another kid I'm missing too. Either the transfer or the freshman. They got a lot of guys.
Sears is going to be playing.
Yep. They got a lot of guys who are going to score, and they got a lot of guys who could score at will. I think they're going to be a version of the Warriors. A lot of threes, defense, playing hard. I think
good stretch forward.
Disrespected as per usual with the Alabama Crimson Tide.
All I got to say is SEC run through Tuscaloosa. Thank you, Rico.
The other thing I'm going to give credit to, Florida Atlantic. They're like 6, Dukes, or 5.
10. They
will lose tough games, and people will try to drop them fast. They could lose in the Invitational with Loyola because that's a home game. They could lose in the Jimmy V. They could lose some of their hard non-conference games, and people are like, oh, Florida Atlantic, overrated. Florida Atlantic, very good basketball team. Don't penalize the team for playing a hard schedule.
Yeah, Florida Atlantic is definitely an intriguing story because if you look at the Memphis game, they're playing each other this year in the AAC, the 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Memphis is going to be a very good team. Florida Atlantic loses that game in the first round. What's the storyline behind them? Probably a top 25 team coming into this year, but not the hype that they're getting.
And that's why the tournament's so fluky. But you got the guys, so it is what it is. But don't disrespect Florida Atlantic. A lot of good teams. I'm amped for the Big East. I think it's a vintage Big East here.
Love Nova.
Yeah, they're back.
Estrada also, shout out him. He's a stud for Bama. Hofstra transfer.
Yeah. We don't like everybody who went to Hofstra.
I know you don't. You were hesitant on him because he went to Hofstra.
Exactly.
Let's get
it is what it is.
Let's get Nick from Canada.
Bring it.
Hey, Captain, welcome back, baby. Glad to have you back. First off, want to play a little tummy sticks with the boys. The fellas held it down last week. Great job, fellas. We love you. Good fucking work. Now, healthy debate. I'm not coming at anybody, Davy Democrat. But if I was, I would never say that. But Davy Democrat, the biggest fraud at number 2 in the NCAA football is Michigan. Look at that friggin' schedule. Oh, my God. Healthy debate. I can piss on you in LV and fucking win. I can throw a football blindfolded left-handed. Healthy debate. Biggest frauds. Michigan. Rico, thoughts?
Healthy debate, you got to tell us if you're left-handed first, because that could be a trick. I'd be like, oh, I could throw it this far lefty, and you trick me.
No. Just saying.
Listen, healthy debate. They're a victim. They're number 2 in the polls because that's where they started. They started in the top 5 or whatever they are. They move up. They move down from 4 to 2, whatever the fuck it was. The polls, that's why I don't want to do the AP polls. We're going to find out. You're getting worked up about Michigan. Do I think Michigan has played a tough schedule? No, I haven't. But you know what's great about this sport? In between the lines, we're going to decide it real fucking soon when they play the Colt and Ohio State. So we'll figure it out. He has every right you have every right to get worked up that they shouldn't be there. But we're going to find it out. So on October 16th, I don't get crazy about the polls.
Can I quote your boy Brad? Brad Powers said it last week. You can't control who you play. You can only control how you play against the people that you face.
There you go.
And Michigan has been elite against the people that they've played.
There you go. It's a good philosophy. It's a good philosophy.
They put 31 up on Rutgers.
Rutgers has a good defense at the very least. Yeah. I'll drop it.
This guy's worked up about Michigan. All right. I mean, even though Ohio State people aren't worked up about Michigan yet. Like, relax, buddy. What'd they do to you? Give me one more. We'll go halftime.
Eric.
Or, halftime.
Hey, Rico. Eric here in Dallas. How's it going?
What's up?
All right. Embrace debate. Who was better at their job on the radio? Francesa or Mad Dog Russo? Who you got?
That's a tough one.
Exactly.
It's because the thing that they don't admit, or they that they never, because they went at each other's throats, they worked the best together. Because Francesa was a little boring. Like, the thing with him was he was a little boring. Obviously, the internet helped him with the trolls and stuff like that, and Mad Dog got people riled up. I think it's still probably Francesa, just because Russo's like act and shtick type thing. Like, if you listen to Francesa on those Sunday shows with the NFL, he was lights out. He would do, the weather. He'd zip through the games, photographic memory, like can bounce around different things. It's Francesa to me, but they work the best together. And I think, sadly, they didn't realize that until, a little bit later after they left. And then it's time to do reunion shows. But it's Francesa for me. But Mad Dog is an all-timer. My brother met him in an elevator, jet ski. The Mets were making the run in like 15.
Yeah.
And he's like, Chris, what do you think? He's like, I don't know. I like the way they're playing. He's just going fucking berserk. It's like 3:40 in the afternoon. It's fucking unbelievable.
Before the edible days, I guess.
Yeah, it's the videos. I think I blogged it over the summer. There's one I found like vintage of him with a tambourine, like dancing. Like, it looks like me, but like it was wild, maniac. And then he's doing the edibles. Yeah, it's Russo.
Chat's heavy on Mad Dog right now.
Yeah, he burned his. There's a thing he almost burned his kid in the bathtub. You could find that clip. He left him upstairs to go down for the golf. Like, the stories they would tell. There's a very funny one that when they were doing the reunion, I hadn't heard this live, obviously, because it was the 80s and 90s. Mad Dog's wedding. They're ripping on how bad the food is, and Mike's like sitting in the back. Like, a lot of their stuff that they did was very funny, and it's crazy. We're never gonna get anything like that where radio's gonna matter that much, But hey, new media, new kings, make way. Potentially. We'll see what happens.
You're the king. You can be the king, Rico.
There you go. Yeah, 6 hours we're going to be doing up here. 6 hours. We got to figure out some kind of thing where I can get like a fake chair so my legs don't fucking collapse.
Did you listen to the last episode of Mad Dog and Francesa?
I listened to the one when he called in when he started crying, Russo. But no, I didn't listen enough to the last episode live. So no, that's on me. Give me one more. We'll go halftime.
Let's go, Joe from Florida.
Joey.
Hey, hello?
Yep.
All right, so I think it's held to debate. You can spot a psychopath at Chipotle if they order tacos in the line. It messes up everybody's order. Even if you get to go, it just slows down everything, and you're there for an extra 20 minutes.
I actually think that you get more bang for your buck with the tacos. Somebody told me about this. Like, just do the tacos because if you look at the size of the burrito, you add it up. I don't know. I don't think you're a psychopath. I don't hate it. I will say this. I did it twice when I first heard about it, and now I'll never do it again. The guys who order the quesarito at the hidden menu thing at Chipotle, you ever heard of that? Those guys suck. They melt. Yeah, it's basically a quesadilla, and then they wrap your burrito. You hold up the whole line.
Healthy debate. Was that created by Chipotle, or was that something that someone came up with at the top of their head and convinced them to do it?
Probably the second one.
Okay.
Probably the second.
Yeah.
I think we need new secret healthy debate. I think we need new secret items. Everything is now out there. Land, fish, and sea burger, quesarito, McGangbang. Like, let's change it up.
That could be a good voicemail. Someone call in with a nice.
Bring me an item on the secret item. Bring me a secret item, because everything now is it's all out there. So, halftime.
Right across the 30-yard line. Two tight ends, Carr and Morton. One to each side. Alfred to throw.
So that was actually Brooklyn sent to me in a family chat by my dad, and when I blogged it, one of the comments had a very good line. If you listen to the radio, they say 2 tight ends. So sometimes, jokes write himself. Let's give Jetski his flowers.
Hell yeah.
I thought this team was going to be bad. I thought we were all laughing at you. Jets going to be 6-0, dude. Rodgers is out there with his magical fucking mushrooms. He's throwing the ball. Easier schedule as it's tuning down. I think the Jets are a frisky 2010, 2011 type of Rex Ryan playoff team here.
It's that defense, and even with Sauce and DJ Reed out, like, they still swarm the ball, bunch of turnovers. The Williams brothers, Quincy and Quinnen, like, unbelievable. I thought that was going to be like a 35-0 blowout, and I couldn't have been happier with the results. Insane. Like you said, if Aaron Rodgers was not someone who had an exploded leg, I think we would have been Super Bowl contenders.
The other thing that I'll say is it probably helps them that they're getting some game tape on the Chiefs, the Bills. Who else is going to be in the mix that they might play down the road? Would they play the Bengals? Probably not. No. But they're getting tape on these guys, at least 2 of the premier teams in the AFC. So second time around, you take a look, and it could probably help with the game plan. So Jets, frisky. Never thought I would say that.
Healthy debate is I don't know the timeline, obviously, for like an Achilles injury, and I know like how long Kobe was out when he had his, but this is remarkable that he's stepping and throwing, right?
It used to be like a year and a half. I feel like we're getting better and better with medicine. I feel like if you tear an Achilles in like 10 years, you're going to be back in fucking 3 days. Like, it's crazy. It makes no sense. And then there's some medical shit, like we still got people dying of cancer. Like, none of it makes any fucking sense.
Take the shrooms.
So I don't go to doctors.
Shrooms,
can't trust
baby.
them.
Take the shrooms.
Take the shrooms. Yeah, go in the dark. Take the shrooms. I don't know. Responsibly. It worked for him.
Whatever works.
Who was he married to? Shailene Woodley and was he with
married.
Copo?
He wasn't married.
I think he was Copo before Shailene Woodley.
It's definitely Olivia.
No,
Copo,
it wasn't Copo.
Right?
No. It was the girl. Was it Copo?
Him and Shailene Woodley were like in love, or dating for a long time until.
I think Shailene Woodley's pretty, but I was surprised that she was like.
Olivia Munn. That's who it
Olivia
was.
Munn.
Not Olivia Copo. Olivia Munn was a rocket.
Oh, is that who's dating to Jason Sudeikis?
Yeah, I think so.
Sudeikis, yeah.
Olivia Munn started on G4. It was like a video game channel. She was sick.
Unbelievable. All right, fire him up. Let's get a harsh, strong
Let's get
second
Matt
half.
from Providence.
Providence people mad at me.
Hey, Rico, first time. Got some Big East ball talk here.
What do you got?
Providence basketball. Better off without Ed Cooley. Kim English under the reins all time. Ed Cooley leaves the hometown.
I'm an Ed Cooley guy.
School, goes to Georgetown.
G-Town. That's the game of the year. I think it's going to be standing room only. I'm dying to go. No disrespect to Kim English, but Ed Cooley is a hell of a coach. I think you guys are shitting on him a little too early. You don't respect him when he's gone. That game's going to be – you guys are right in the middle against each other in the Big East. Let the games play out on the floor. Do not disrespect Ed Cooley. He took Providence, which is not a major program, and got you guys as far as he could. Guy had some success. Ed Cooley, good coach. Stop shitting on Ed Cooley. Team Cooley here. The Providence people, I'm expected
Bad way to leave. Bad way to leave.
Wife.
Bad husband.
See?
I'm not saying a lot of things are happening in Providence.
Fucking guys.
A lot of things are happening.
Duke's the commenter.
A lot of things are happening up in Rhode Island. A lot of coaches.
All right.
But I will
Next
say,
fucking call.
I will say this about Providence. Kim English. They think they're better off. They are not.
No.
They do not know what's coming. I watched him in the A-10. They do not know what's coming.
Yeah.
Let's get Danny Collins, Long Island.
Rico, what's happening, my guy?
What's up?
Healthy debate. Long Beach has a better nightlife than the Jersey Shore.
Long Beach. All right, Dukes, relax. All right, state your case. Long Beach, Long Island?
Long Beach. Got a beach right there. You can
All right,
drink
hold
on the
on. Let me confirm. Is this Bridgeview Yacht Club, Long Beach?
Oh, Bridgeview and Patty McGee's back in the day? Yeah, include it.
Tuesday
Absolutely.
nights, bro. Tuesday nights.
Come on now.
Had a nice little button up in my Diodora shoes. I know about Tuesday nights. Long Beach seems like a cool. Long Beach seems like a cool area. I will also say this. Haven't been there too much. Been to a couple different things there. But I will say this. The first time I ever went, and my boys were like, yo, we're going out on Long Island tonight. I go, okay, cool. I thought we were taking the belt all the way out, like LIE. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
Hamptons.
we're going out. We're going towards the Hamptons because that's where we went for prom after and stuff like that. They're like, we're going to Long Beach. And then we went through the nice part of Rockaway. Then we went kind of the shady part of Rockaway. And I go, how the fuck are we on Long Island? And they're like, oh, it's Long Beach. So that's when you start learning directions. Yeah. You start going down past the like 100th Street in Rockaway. Probably like 87, 95, let's say, is kind of or 93 is the cutoff in Rockaway. And then you start to get progressively more shady. We went all the way through, and I'm like, how the fuck are we on Long Island? It made no sense.
Well, right over there, it makes no sense where the money and the not money is.
Bridgeview, too. I said it all the time. It's called the New York Minute on KTU. And growing up as a kid, they'd be like, the New York Minute. And they'd be like, this Saturday at Temptations, they're like, DJ Wayne Jetski in the main room and DJ Dukes in the rap room. Ladies free. The drinks. They do this thing on KTU, and all year you were like, you were just growing up, you're like, oh, that's sick. And then you were old enough to like go when you were like 18 and then 21, and you would start to, but then by then we had the iPod, so you weren't listening to, so by the time I was old enough, I wasn't listening to radio. But they used to do Bridgeview on there. You'd be like, Bridgeview, Tuesday nights. I'd be like, I'm going. I was like amped. I almost crashed my car. I was like so excited to go to these.
It was the best. You walk around there with
spots.
your snapbacks on. You had a bunch of meatheads walking around there, too.
We also
It's
went.
the best combination of guys.
Did you ever go to Dizzy's?
I didn't know enough of them. This guy go
Nah,
to
that's
Dizzy's?
McKee's area. That's Hosh area. I'm talking about Long Beach.
Okay.
Dizzy's
We
is-
also
Yeah, I'm just asking in general.
we also went another time too. Shout out Mikey Blings. We went in his Escalade. He was designated driver, drove us out. We thought it was like 18 to dip, 21 to sip to get in on a Friday or a Thursday maybe. We got there. They told us it was like 25 for guys. We came right back. They were doing a DUI checkpoint. The cop stopped us on the way in to Long Beach, and then 20 minutes later saw us coming back. He's like, I guess you guys didn't have a good night. We were like, no, sir. And ended up at the Circle for a couple of discounted Coronas. So good night. Yeah, shout out to Long Beach people. Maybe we'll do a live show out there. Isn't Frankie's got a spot out there, right?
Yeah, Borelli's.
Yeah, all right. We'll have to check it out. You'll have to give me a tour. But that's RiderCons. We're working now. It's getting late. We got to work that out.
Shout out Glenny. Glenny's just used to post up at the inn. Like, you could find Glenny. It was a Friday night in Long Beach. You wanted to go out on Long Island. You go to Long Beach. You see Glenny posted up, second floor, the inn, him and his pals.
Glenny is
It was
Long
a
Beach.
staple. It was like, yeah.
Glenny, I got a story from this weekend that I'm not going to publicize because it's Glenny's business, but Glenny's like the shit Glenny's doing now with celebrities is banana land.
Insane.
It's just the regular stuff. It's just banana land. So nuts. Give me another one, Meek.
Frogman. I'll put him on. 1 sec. Frogman, you're on.
Rico, how's it going? Happy to have you back. Get right into it. Arkansas State. What is considered a good season for his first year at the helm?
You talking basketball?
Yes.
Well, they're picked. Yeah, so they're picked.
12, 13 wins.
Well, they're picked third in the conference. I saw. I think in some publications. So if the conference slate is 18 games, that means he's got to go at least 500. Gets me 9. Non-conference pretty hard, but he probably has some cupcakes. Yeah, I'd say like 17.
Not a cupcake on the schedule. Yeah, scheduled a rough one for himself.
I know. That's what he does. The Shark likes to play. 17 with the tournament. Maybe like 17 wins. If they could get to like a little bit above 500, 17, 13. I think that's pretty impressive. Give some scares to people. Get into at least the conference semi, maybe the conference final. I think listen, I said they're going to the Final Four, so I want them in the low seed range. So it is what it is. But yeah, 17 wins, 18 wins, I think is a great season for my guy. But I think he'll exceed that expectation.
Yeah, we'll take a money line out of Wisconsin. That'll be the start.
Yes, I got friends in Wisconsin too, but yes, we're rooting for Arkansas State for sure. Next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Rick on.
Rick.
Hey, what's up? Assalamu alaikum. Here to talk about the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
So, Detroit Lions, I think they're the best team in the NFL right now. You look at their offense, they've scored, I think, 20 points or more in 15 straight games. Ben Johnson is just an animal. His play calling is amazing. Amon-Ra's a beast. Our defense is finally clicking. Would love to know what you think.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on Pick Central today. I think that the Lions are in a great spot to get home field in the playoffs. San Francisco, kind of a tough schedule. Eagles, Murderers Row. They should be the 2 that gets you all the way through, and then you might have to go out to San Fran. They could sneak into the 1, depending on injuries. You know, it is what it is with San Francisco. But I think the Lions, pending, everybody stays healthy, they should be in the 2 spot, and Philly's got to go to them for a major playoff game in the conference semi or whatever that's called, divisional round. So that's what I like. I think Detroit, it's all putting together. Defense is legit. Like Goff, like a guy getting back into it with his second chance. People forget he led a team to a fucking Super Bowl. I like Detroit.
Yeah, I think Goff's great.
I think it's great for Detroit. A tortured fan base. Nothing would be better than Detroit, Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Nothing. The storylines, the features on the fans, different, generations of never seeing wins, like put Tool Time on TV all week on the NFL Network in between. Give it to me. Give me Detroit, Buffalo in the championship. I'll deal with it. Phil, next one.
I just want to shout myself out from it because I pressed the right button before.
Nice.
I almost put someone on the air, but I thought better. I was like, wait, that's the wrong button.
Fair enough.
So.
You know what, actually?
Almost hit me a second time, Meek.
Oh, all right. No, I'm dropping you. You stay
I
too
don't
long.
even know the shot he took. Go voicemail, Jetski. We'll increase the voicemail line if they're good. Got to be good on the voicemails.
All right, let's load one up.
Fire one up. What do you got? 3 loaded?
5.
5?
Hey,
We probably
Rico.
Maybe we do
AP
3.
from Boston down in New Orleans now, but hey, healthy debate. What are you doing? We going after the meal? You going for an after the meal drink, or you going for the dessert? Because for me all day, whether it's going to be a fancy dancy dessert, fancy dancy drink, whatever, I'm going with the drink every time. You know what I mean? I get my steak, I get my whatever, we're at a nice meal, I'm getting a nice drink at the end of it. Healthy debate. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
Oh, I thought that was that the guy?
No, there's
All right, fair
another.
enough. Jetski was like, there's a guy, you got to hear the end of his voicemail. Listen, healthy debate. I think if you have a good enough meal, you don't need the fucking dessert. But with that said, if you're full, the last thing I want to do is I think we want restaurants. We're coming back. They shut us down for a while. We want restaurants to have a quick turnover. There isn't, if it's the end of the night and you're hanging out for a long time, it'd be great to just have more drinks at that table instead of going to a bar or whatever. But if you're the 5 o'clock seating, 6 o'clock seating, get out of there. I'm not a big drink after dinner guy. I would lean towards the dessert in this element. If I want to go out for drinks after a big dinner, you go somewhere else or you're getting after it. It's not like I'm just going to have a drink at the table because it's kind of slow. After a big dinner, a bachelor party, or, guys take you out, whatever. You go on a trip, you're away for business. Like, all right, what the drink at the table is going to be one cocktail after dinner. Like, whatever. I'd rather just go out. We're getting after it.
What about a Sambuca, like something that's a palate
I'm not a big
cleanser?
Sambuca guy. I like amaretto sours. I'll have that with, my one drink at dinner because it's, But, yeah, I'm not a whiskey, like a major whiskey guy like that. I'm not.
If you had a good meal, you don't want to puke it back up.
That
Simple
too.
as that.
That too, Phil. That too. If you ate 32 ounces of steak, you have to unbutton the pants. I don't know if I want to be doing that. But it depends. If there's a dessert that knocks your socks off, you just take it. Suck it up, take it. Because you're gonna look back and be like, I wanted those desserts. So let's go fourth quarter and bring it home. How many you got on the line?
I got 3 on the line.
All right, perfect. So let's go. I don't want to kill him with the voicemails. Jessica, give me a voicemail now.
I'll give you the one with that I warned
All right,
about
fair
at the
enough.
end.
Fair enough.
Bosco, healthy debate here. J.R. Smith, top 15 skilled basketball player ever. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. Changed my number in AAU at like 10, 11 when the Knicks traded for Smith. Not Carmelo, they traded for J.R. Smith. I changed my number from 23, Jordan LeBron's number, to 8. My dad said I was he knew the type of person I was from that. Well, guess what, Bosco? I don't give a fuck. That was the debate. What up, brother? Yeah, I just called in to fucking... Yeah. Nah.
I love the passion. I love the fact that he's telling people, I don't know, is that his boy? Is he a deli? Is that his roommate? I love the passion of the call-in. I also love the passion of J.R. Smith. If you say J.R. Smith's a top 15 guy, who am I to argue with, pal? We're all entitled to our opinion. Healthy debate. It's good to care about something that you love. I can just see this guy, like J.R. Smith's turning the ball over the NBA Finals. Like, no, you don't understand. Like LeBron fucked it up. Like he's just spinning J.R. Smith being a top-tier talent. He was filthy in high school.
Healthy debate, 2013 J.R. Smith, one of my favorite basketball players ever.
He's got a ratchet, too. So, I listen, J.R. Smith, but he's another one of those guys that it's like, imagine if he could put it together.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the same idiot who, like, said hello to somebody on the bench and they cut right past him for a fucking layup?
Yeah,
like,
and he also famously, well, it wasn't like in-game thing, but sent the "you want the pipe"
I was
DM.
gonna say
to
yes,
the girl,
that.
like, right before the game.
Was he the guy, did I just read this, too? He was drinking Pepsi in between games?
Yeah.
I think
He
I
dropped,
blogged
he dropped
about
35
that.
after
Drinking Pepsi. Like, he does, he doesn't know the time and score. Like, it's one of those guys. Like, it's same with, like, Manny Ramirez. Like, he's all-time talent, but they're a screwball. A lot of these guys are screwballs. So,
yeah.
I just love how hyped he was to tell his boys that he called in. He forgot. He must have had
that too.
another line or something.
That's the guys we want. These are the guys we want. It was like a Saturday at 3:30 in the afternoon, and this guy's like, I got to call the show. I love it. That's what we want. Meek, fire through these three.
Ron from Connecticut. Ron, you're on.
All right, Rico. First of all, healthy debate. The haircut, it looks great. You look great, Skip. Second, Nate Oates, he was at church on Sunday. He was at church yesterday. It's a big day for him on Friday. How we feeling, Skip?
Yeah, I wanted to be in the building. I think it's going to be a little hard to get up to Westchester. I'm also a little worried that I don't like to go anywhere north of, 56th Street in the Bronx. Going up, I got a lot of friends. Shout out to coaches and Stepanak. But if I go up there and he peels his shirt back and it's blue, I'll be like, motherfucker, and I gotta battle through all this traffic, not only through Westchester, and then through the city, and then through Brooklyn, and then through Staten Island. So
you don't want to be in the city on a Friday.
I can find out where he's going just as well on the internet. I like watching the kid play ball. I'll be at Stepanak courtside either way this year for a big game, probably against Christ the King. So, but yeah, it's
like to hear
he's keeping it from everything I'm seeing, man. I'm working the phone. Everything I'm hearing is I got nothing. So we'll see. We'll see which way it goes. But
I got something
your
else
guess
for you
is as
too,
good as
Bosco.
mine. Go ahead.
Healthy debate, though. Brian Dable, we got an issue here. The body language, the reactions. I'm not liking it from our guy. I'm not liking it from his. He's down when they're losing. He's no juice. He's not getting the guys up. I'm a little worried about Brian Dable. What are your thoughts, Bosco?
I disagree. I want a guy who cares. I like a guy who cares rather than somebody who's just nothing in the post game. Who was the football coach who said if we can get 51% or something like that drove everybody fucking nuts? No, the Braves manager, right? Or Seattle.
Seattle
manager.
GM, if you want to win 54% of your games.
Yeah, now baseball's different than football, but I'd rather have a guy grabbing guys by the face mask as long as he's not completely off the hinges. But if he cares.
He looks disinterested, though, when they're losing. Healthy debate.
I mean, listen, if they're down 30. Well, the other thing of it is you got to be realistic. He's still coaching the game, but do you want him screaming and yelling and ranting and raving down 40? That's how you lose a guy. They'll be like, Coach, you can't go 100 miles an hour all the way through. When it matters. Thank you. It's why I'm undefeated on this fucking show. If you were undefeated, you'd have a show. You'd have a show. He cares when it matters. He cares when it matters. He knew the half. We needed the points. He knew at the end of the game he's yelling at the refs. Like, I'll take a guy like that. He picks and chooses his battles. I'll tell you what, as a ref, too, it's a different sport with basketball, but if a guy's relentlessly, begging, it's like, dude, get a tin cup. Like, you can't fucking complain about everything. Work it when it matters. If I blew one that you think is correct, come at me. But don't beg and don't cry on every call. It loses its validity when you really need me to go after one. So we like Dable. Dable's got energy.
Fair.
We like Dable. It's a
Healthy
good call,
debate,
though. It's a
fair.
good call.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll.
Roll Tide.
Tide,
Boogie,
roll.
go to Bama, Boogie. Go to Bama.
Roll
Next
Tide,
one.
baby.
Jack from Minneapolis.
Yeah, Rico, healthy debate. Heard you guys talking Chipotle. Just thought I'd give my input here. Not really a secret menu item or anything like that. Just wanted to see if you have done this strategy before. So what you're going to want to do, you want to get your bowl, all your toppings, all that. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get 3 taco shells on the side. So you're getting the entire bowl, much more toppings, much more meat to the bowl, and then you put the bowl in the taco shells on your own. After you're done eating the tacos, you got bowl left over.
I think you're
Healthy
close.
debate,
You're
best way to
close.
do
You're close. You're close. You're close. But I don't like the crunchy tacos. I'd rather ask for the.
Oh, no.
Yes, tortillas
It's
on the
soft
side. Tortillas on the
Soft
side. I make some quick soft shell tacos, or I make my own little smaller burritos. I like the flour. It's probably why I still got a little bit of a gut, but I like the flour. I like the bread. I like the carbs. Give me the tortillas. Sometimes I'll take a tortilla out of the fridge, cold one, right down, like a slice of bread.
Not bad.
Is what it is.
Wow. Okay.
Tortillas are good, man. You can't
Appreciate
turn me
it.
away from the tortillas. Phil, give me the last one.
100%.
Carl from Oregon.
Hey, Rico.
Go Ducks.
You there?
Yep, go Ducks.
No. Go Beavers.
Okay, they're
All
good
the
too.
way.
That's going to be a hell of a game.
No, not enough people are talking about them.
Yeah, I put
We just put the hurt on UCLA.
I
huh?
put them
I'm
in
hearing
my
about
mix
this
for
elite
playoff
defense.
teams. You're still on my mix for playoff teams. Don't think I didn't respect you. You're in the mix. Do I think they can run the table? I don't know, but they're definitely in the mix. That Pac-12 is still yet to be determined. Also, I don't care how bad they looked. Do not be surprised if Wazoo beats Oregon. I'm just telling you that's how things go.
I mean, we dropped a shitty game to Wazoo there. Our defense can't get on the plane for some reason.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, Dave's been betting just home teams in the Pac-12. It's been working out. He pushed on Washington.
That's not a bad way to do
Yep,
it.
Oregon State, you guys obviously took care of UCLA. They're long trips, man. These trips are a lot of states to cover, L.A. to fucking Colorado and Utah and Washington. These places are all out of whack, so home games matter. But, yeah, Pac-12, best conference for my money. Most entertaining. I love it.
For sure.
I
Yep.
love it. I love it.
Love you, Rico.
Thank
All right.
you. All right, Jetski, give me a voicemail. We'll go 2 minute. Final thoughts, and we'll wrap it up.
Okay. Record, by the way, 19-0.
Oh, today's 20.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, bring it.
All right, loading up a voicemail right now.
Where was Irvin? Where's Irvin been?
Irvin called in a couple times when Dukes was hosting, but I don't know why he's MIA.
Did he get him?
No, he was, his usual self. He didn't.
Yeah, he's a legend. I think Dukes texts with him and FaceTimes with him. I think that we might have to worry about those two.
All right.
Start moving in together.
Voicemail loaded up.
Hey, Rico, healthy debate. Huntman here from D.C. Who is more likely to be an NFL head coach next year? Bill Belichick, Sean Payton, or Mike McCarthy? I'll hang up and listen. Thanks.
So, it's a weird one. Peyton's obviously with the Broncos, McCarthy with Cowboys. Belichick, I still think, gets another year because I think they'll be excited if he gets a draft pick. They're going to force him out with out of nowhere. Don't see it happening. Belichick's still in. So I guess he's asking me, or I'll spin it, who's going to get fired? Peyton, you can't really run through on year one. I could see McCarthy getting run out. Dallas, another bad year. Maybe they don't make the playoffs. They don't put it together. We'll find out tonight, but McCarthy by default.
I feel like Bill, they're going to have a victory lap where they're going to announce at the beginning of the season. There's no way it's just gonna
100%.
be,
Of the three, who do I think's the worst? I don't know if maybe Peyton taking some time off. It just hasn't been great for him. Bill Belichick he's not adapting. He might not be the coach he was, but I think McCarthy could get fired the most of the three.
By the
So
way, for the record, Sean Payton's his contract's around 5 years,
That
$100
too.
million.
Yeah, that too. That definitely factors in.
He can go 1-16. He ain't going anywhere.
That is. But, it's good to be back. Good calls. Give me a 2-minute drill. Let's try to get somebody in the end zone today. I got a long shot for you. And then we'll end it. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Get the sound.
Bang them.
Should I run on my?
It's running. We're good.
Run it on mine. All right, we just gotta run the sound from a different end. Okay, 2-minute drill. Touchdown score for tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dak Prescott. I think he's around plus 500. Give me Dak for a long shot.
John Rich ate wings for breakfast today. Should your first meal be breakfast food?
Not when you work in an office. How did he know? Like, we've written about bologna sandwiches here and what people eat. Like, if he was going to do that, go in a conference room. I think you can eat whatever you want, especially at a young age, like if you have the resiliency. But he had to know that was going to be content.
Does Caleb Williams have to stop painting his nails after being sunned by a Notre Dame fan?
Yes. It was cool for a little while. He's got no national championships, got no Pac-12 championship wins. He's got the one Heisman. Maybe peel it back just a little bit, Caleb. Peel it back a little.
So there's a famous viral video of an Australian man punching a kangaroo. A new one just went viral of a kangaroo basically strangling a guy's dog, and he, again, punched the kangaroo. Do you think you'd be able to take out a kangaroo in a bare-knuckle brawl?
I think I can get a punch in, but they're very spunky and dangerous. I think kangaroo takes me.
Bigger L last night, Giants and Tyrod, or Eagles and Jalen Hurts?
The Giants already sucked. I don't think that win means that much to the Eagles, but what I will say is with this schedule coming up, the Eagles could not afford to lose that if they want to keep the number 1 seed and home field, which they're going to lose to the Lions potentially down the road.
Everyone ran away from Trent Williams in the yesterday's Browns versus 49ers fight. Who are 3 NFL players you would not want to see in a dark alley at night?
Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, and I think this is probably a no-brainer, Aaron Hernandez.
I think those are solid. That's all we got.
I mean, we're staying the fuck away from those 3 guys. I think Lawrence Taylor might be the craziest of all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're staying away from that. So, yeah. All right, that was a good one. All right, final thoughts, final word. I think the more and more I look at it, North Carolina is poised to sneak into this playoff. Tough schedule. May has been unbelievable. You got Mac Brown. Maybe that's his final send-off. Carolina is sneaking around this playoff. I'm going to be interested to see if they can make it through. With all that said, we have some great, compelling television the rest of the way. Big names, Texas and Oklahoma. Look at the brands still alive. And I know it's early and they all cannibalize themselves. Washington, Oregon, great brands, great game. Michigan, Ohio State, even the Colt you're going to have. Alabama, Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma. Let it play out. I'm very excited, and I can't wait for the expanded playoff. Because Saturdays for college have still been more compelling. Like yesterday was a dud for the NFL. I know a lot of people like, oh, don't shit on the. It was a dud. Give me more college. Give me kids camped out. Let's let it play out. Very excited to watch this run all the way through. Like and subscribe. I know we had this big bump. We're at around 55. Try to hit 60 for the week. If you like, obviously, us, bumping the numbers and doing the gimmicks and getting things going, the next one could be at 75, which is hopefully, we do 5 a week. Let's try to do 5 a week, maybe around Thanksgiving. A little bonus show on Thanksgiving Day. We're floating that around. Let's get to 75 there. By Christmas, we're at around 100. Let's get to be like a real heavy hitter here. Tell your friends. Use Healthy Debate in your everyday conversation. Leave the voicemails. DM us. Send us videos. We'll break things down. We're always looking to adapt. Everybody loves a healthy debate.